Hello everyone, this is Fahad Mirza and I welcome you to my channel. One of the key areas which I feel is still very much neglected in AI is safety and security. Generative AI models are great, no doubt about that. But still, there is very little concern and attention towards the risks involved in using them. Generative AI models can create highly realistic and convincing content such as deepfakes, fake news articles, and manipulated images. We also have done few videos on few of the tooling and models which exactly do the same. This can lead to the spread of misinformation and disinformation, which can have serious consequences such as eroding trust in institutions and media, influencing public opinion and election outcomes, or causing financial losses and damage to reputations. Thankfully, we still haven't seen any widespread global or even national level threats coming from AI, but I think it is on the cards because things are moving so quickly. These models can perpetuate and amplify existing biases and discriminatory patterns present in the training data, and that can result in biased hiring practices and job candidate screening, discriminatory loan and credit approval processes, unfair and biased decision making in law enforcement and criminal justice. Plus, these models can create new content that raises questions about ownership and intellectual property rights. For example, who owns the rights to AI generated music or art? Can AI generated content be copyrighted or patented or not? For example, if I generate an image for my video as a YouTube thumbnail, can I use, I mean, from a free Apache 2 model or maybe some other model? Am I allowed to do so or not? These are still gray areas. And who would verify that where that image is coming from? Also, these models can automate tasks that were previously performed by humans, potentially displacing jobs and disrupting industries. This can have significant economic and social implications, such as job losses and unemployment, changes in industry dynamics and market structure, potential ruin of income inequality. Plus, then these models can be used to create sophisticated phishing attacks, impersonate individuals, and compromise sensitive information that can lead to identity theft and financial fraud, unauthorized access, and compromise of national security and critical infrastructure. And that is why it is essential to develop and implement responsible AI practices, establish clear guidelines and regulations, invest in AI safety and security research, promote transparency and explainability in AI decision making, plus encourage diverse and inclusive AI development teams. And that is why in this video I am going to show you this tool by IBM called as AI Risk Atlas. This tool sheds light on some of the risks of working with AI. It is not an exhaustive list by any means, but still I believe quite a good initiative by IBM. It is arranged very nicely and very easy to follow. All you need to do is to go at the left and then go through the list. Now this list has been tagged with three types of risks. First is the risk which is attached to the traditional models, and second type of risk is which is amplified by generative AI model. So what it means is that if for example you come here, these green one is only, this risk is only associated with traditional model like this data poisoning, but um, this amplified means that it is amplified in the generative models. And then there is a third type of risk which is only present in the generative AI model, which is specific to them. So these are the three sort of risks involved. And when we say traditional AI models, traditional AI models are designed to perform specific tasks such as classification, which means predicting a label or category for a given input. Traditional models could be regression model, which means predicting a continuous value for a given input, or they could be clustering model, which means grouping similar data points into cluster. These traditional models are typically trained on labeled data and learn to make predictions based on the patterns and relationships in that data. Some of the examples are, I would say, like Google's PageRank algorithm, or Netflix recommendation system, or even Amazon's product recommendation system. So these are the traditional models, and now we have generative AI models. So generative AI models, on the other hand, are designed to generate new synthetic data that resembles existing data. These new models learn to capture the underlying patterns and structure of the data and can generate new data that is similar or even somewhat identical to training data, and that is why they are so risky. So now you understand what exactly the models are, what tags are meant in this atlas. So for example, if you click on toxic output on the left, you will see that it describes what exactly is meant by toxic output. It means when the model produces hateful and profane, or which is also called as HAP content, and then why it is a concern, and then there are few examples, and then it just gives you some other explanation around it, and you can check it out. So for example, if you scroll down, you will see that there is a decision bias here. I already have explained some of it, so you can just check it out. And then it also tells you that risk associated with the output, fairness, and traditional AI risk. It's a very easy to follow stuff. Prompt leaking, there you go, new to generative AI. So all the tags are there, which gives you a very fine overview of the risks involved. So I would highly suggest that if you are looking to implement AI security and AI safety in your organization, read through this and make sure that you understand all of these risks, especially the ones which are new to generative AI. And then if you don't like this dark one, you can simply click on here on the top right, and you can change the theme of the document. So that's it. I hope that you enjoyed it. I'm not going to go into all of these. You can read through them by yourself. Most of them are self-explanatory, so I'm not going to bore you with this. But allow me to reiterate this once more. I believe that AI safety and AI security should be the prerequisite and should be the cornerstone of your AI powered LLM project or RAG pipeline. It must not be an afterthought. You know, especially if you are using API based models, and especially if you are exposing it to the public. Even I would say, even in intranet, if you have implemented a local system, make sure the guardrails are there and you are aware of these sort of risks. I also have covered a lot of tools around AI safety and security on the channel. You just have to search it, and you should be able to find heaps of frameworks, tools, and videos around AI safety and security and models. I hope that you liked it and it was useful. If you like the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you are already subscribed, please share it among your network as it helps a lot. Thank you for watching.